Hello, everyone, and welcome to In the Library. I'm your personal librarian, Bill Geraldo. If you're new here, welcome. And if you're returning, welcome back. Here we talk all things books, words, and writing. Today I'll be talking about the book Barons of the Sea and Their Race to Build the World's Fastest Clipper Ship by Stephen DeFusa. So come on in, take a seat, and let's turn some pages. Now, I do love being out in the ocean, but I've never sailed on a clipper ship. For people like me, this book will teach you a lot about not just the building of the ships, but also the whole history of these vessels. In the process, we meet the commanders and captains, the owners, the crew, the families, and many others. Focusing on the early to mid 19th century, the height of the age of the clipper ship, this book focuses on a few specific families in New York and New England. Owners like William Delano II, captains like Captain Nathaniel Brown Palmer, and shipbuilders like Donald Mackay. These men, their wives and families, show us what it's like to live in the time of the clipper ship. And we start in China. Back in these days, China is where young American men, especially the young men of the most powerful families in America, went to make their fortunes, and make them they did. Delano came home an extremely rich man after his time there, importing Chinese goods and tea to the States while exporting from the U.S. our finest goods. He also transported opium, although it was technically illegal under Chinese law. The British did the same until Chinese authorities cracked down, which the Brits were none too happy with. Thus, the First Opium War. As a result of the war, new ports in China were opened, and the UK took control of Hong Kong. This opened up new trade routes and more money. It also created the need for faster ships. Later, with the discovery of gold in California, the focus became not China, but San Francisco. Thus, faster and bigger ships were needed, not just for cargo, but for passengers. We learned many of the early crews for these voyages jumped ship in California, using the voyage as a way to get there and earn a little money in the process. The Panama Canal was still some decades away, remember, so the only sea route to the west coast was going all the way around past Cape Horn at the bottom of South America and then back north. This was a dangerous voyage, but time was of the essence. We learn a lot about these sailings in this book, and we learn that the record time for New York to San Francisco was just under 90 days. This was extremely fast for the time. The book is very well researched and well written. One quibble with the book, I would say, is that there's no maps of the ship's routes. Other than that, this is a very informative book. I learned much about the time's seafaring culture. I never thought I would learn so much about clipper ships. I highly recommend. And that's it for this episode. If you enjoyed this content, please be sure to subscribe, like, share, and comment. In fact, comment your experience with clipper ships or sailing in general. I'd love to hear your stories. Thank you for watching, and as always, please keep on reading.